Hi everybody, this is Angelo Quinones, and let's take a look at this app again. Okay, really just a nice app, right at Hebrew. My name is Angelo Quinones, and Shalom Aleichem, Shmi Angelo. Okay, so now of course you know that Hebrew doesn't have capital letters, so this is a shorter lesson, okay, than the Greek counterpart. Let's look at lesson 1. I just want to say that this is I Am Ministries. I Am Ministries is a Bible-based ministry designed, okay, to give you answers that come straight from God's holy word and inspired word, the Bible, the Word of God. Now, you have to press practice to get the first lesson. Okay, now this lesson contains, it says over here, the content of this first lesson is, okay, the first 3 letters, okay, of the Hebrew alphabet. And I see that it's, now you read Hebrew from right to left. Now, if you want to break up the syllables, you can do that from left to right. But I mean, actually, reading and writing Hebrew, you begin at the right side of the page, never at the left side of the page, going to the right like we read English or Spanish or French or Latin. You read those languages from a left to right, never Hebrew from right. I mean, from left to right. I see here this they have Aleph, you have Bet, and you have Gimel. Now, before I start, okay, this is really a, how can I put it? This app has to do with modern, okay, Hebrew pronunciation, though they are using basically, okay, the biblical form of the letters, which is actually not Hebrew at all. I mean, we call it Hebrew, and the Hebrews call it Hebrew, but it's not Hebrew. Actually, it's Aramaic, and that was adopted by the Hebrews after the captivity into Babylon. So that wasn't Hebrew at all. It was borrowed, okay, after the captivity. Now, Paleo Hebrew is Hebrew, okay, but this isn't Hebrew, even though it's called Hebrew. I'm just letting you know that, just in case you don't know. So let's check out practice, okay?
Aleph.
Now, this letter is a very important letter. First of all, it's a silent letter, so I write it here. Now, she'll make the corrections if she needs to make any corrections. And she will, because, I mean, they want it the way they want it, not the way I necessarily am going to write it. So it's going to snap into place. That's one thing. The next thing you want to do is when you want to go to the next letter is tap the box, which I will not do here, because I just want to give you a few words, okay, that contain this letter Aleph, like Ish, which means man. Adam also means man, okay, but Ish is used in modern Hebrew. And in biblical Hebrew, you have Ish and Adam. And Isha actually means a woman or a wife. Okay, that begins with this letter. Echad, which means one, pronounced Echat in modern Hebrew. Okay, that means one. The two shall become one flesh. The word Elohim begins with this Aleph. Okay, and I think she's going to ask me to write it again. Let's see.
Aleph.
And, while I write it, I just could, kill some time. And so, when, this letter begins the word, I believe, let me see. Of course, Av, okay, which means father, okay. Of course, they use Abba, I should say nowadays, okay, Abba, and Av mean father. And so Aleph is a very important letter. Or is another Hebrew word that comes to mind. It begins with this letter. Okay, that means light, L-I-G-H-T. and the light in the sky, if you will. Okay, and or it starts with this letter. I believe that's located in the 19th chapter of Job. Though worms destroy my ore, my skin, yet in my basar I will see God. Yet in my flesh I shall see God. So I mean, we'll come to this letter again, and I could give you some more Hebrew words that contain this letter. Okay, Eretz is another word, means earth, and it has this letter as well.
vet,
Now, let me see. I don't hear her too well. Okay, let me just make sure. Okay, I have the volume here. Let me make sure that actually I have the volume, okay, at full blast in this phone. Okay, let me see here. I don't want to, let me see. I'll let that go away. Oh, I see that the app is sort of in the way here. Let me see if I could press that. Just want to make sure that the sound is all the way to the maximum level. Okay, so I see, okay, see right over here. Okay, so that's okay. It's okay now. Now, let me see that I press okay. Okay, yes, I did press okay. Okay, fine. So let's go to the app again. Let me see if we can find it here, like a shortcut. Okay, there it goes. Good. Let me see here. This is the bet. Okay, she calls it vet. Okay, and this is the bet in biblical Hebrew. Okay, it can be a V or a B, but it's called bet. Even though it can be a V, it's still bet. And the modern Hebrews use this letter in the word bevakasha. Bevakasha. Bevakasha means you're welcome. Bevakasha.
vet,
Okay, that's louder now. Okay, let's check this out over here. Bevakasha. You're welcome. Okay, also ben, which means son. Bane, I believe is bane in biblical Hebrew. And so that's the deal about this. This could be used for daughter, bat. It'll be B-A-T in English. Okay. It'll be this letter with a class underneath it, and then a T letter in Hebrew.
gimel,
Gimel. Gimel. So you have Gimel over here. Okay, this is the G in Hebrew. Okay. So
gimel,
okay. That was quick. Okay, let's see over here. This is the G. Don't forget to make those two legs, okay? Because if you don't, then it's going to look like something else. It's going to look like a wow or a vav, so be careful about that. Let's do this again. Okay, it's a short lesson. So let's retry it.
aleph,
Okay, we learned that this letter is the first letter in ish, which means man, and also isha, which means woman. Okay, that's just it. So you see the a ending, the isha, making it feminine. Okay.
aleph,
Okay, this is aleph. Okay, there you go, right here. And this is not the script of Hebrew. I wish I could have showed you how to write the cursive letters of Hebrew nowadays. The aleph is quite different than this. Okay.
vet,
Okay. So let me see over here. This is the B. The B, don't forget to make the toe. Remember the word that we learned, bevakasha, which means you're welcome. Okay. So if somebody tells you, Okay, thank you, right? Toda, okay? Toda, and you can say bebakasha. You're welcome. You're welcome.
vet,
Okay, here we go. Make the toe. Because if you don't make the toe, it's gonna look like another letter.
gimel,
Okay. If you don't make the toe, I'm just gonna use this for the last illustration. If you don't make the bet, I'm sorry, wait for a second. If you don't make the bet with a toe and you have it like this is gonna be like the CH or the K in Hebrew. Okay, that was the last letter, but this is another letter. Okay, this is Gimel though. The G in Hebrew. G like in girl.
gimel,
Gimel. Okay, so let's go to the next lesson. That was kind of easy. Contain 3 letters, and you see them there on the screen. Aleph, which is a silent letter. Okay, and then you have Bet, which is a B sounding letter, can be a V sounding letter as well. And then you have Gimel, which is a G sounding letter. Okay. All right, so let's go to the test.
aleph,
Okay, now she wants you to pick the Aleph out of these 3 selections. Okay, so which one do you think is the Aleph? Well, if you pick this one, you are right. Okay.
vet,
Okay. She wants the vet. In biblical Hebrew will be the bet. And it's this one.
gimel,
Gimel. All right. Here we go right here. Make the 2 legs for the, the G.
gimel,
Okay. Gimel comes from the word camel. Okay, let me see. That's the middle one.
vet,
Okay, the vet. Okay. Go like this, and then like this. Make sure you get that toe. Not like that, but just kidding.
aleph,
Now, I forgot to tell you that the B, okay, I'm just gonna go like this because I can't write it exactly the way, she's gonna probably put it into a G. This could be a preposition meaning in, okay? Bereshit means in, okay, beginning. So this could be a preposition. I forgot to tell you that. Okay, this is a very important letter. Okay. Okay, so because she wants the, let me see, she wants the Aleph. Okay, I thought she wanted the G, but this is the Aleph here. Okay, remember Or means light and Or means skin and all of that. And Adam begins with this letter. And okay. And Av, which means father. Very important letter in Hebrew. Aleph.
gimel,
Gimel. Go.
gimel,
Okay. I believe that Goyim, okay, Gentile, begins with this letter.
vet,
Vet is this one.
aleph,
Okay, Aleph again. You go like that, and like that.
vet,
Like this, and like that.
aleph,
This is Aleph. And that's it. So let's go to lesson number 2, okay? Now, let's continue and pick the D over here, lesson 2. And so the next letters are, remember you read from right to left. Oh, by the way, let me see if I can sing that song that was taught to me, okay? Let me see. I haven't done it in a while. I haven't done this in a while. I hope I can do it. Let me see. Aleph, Bet, Gimel, Dalet, Hey, and Wow, and Zion. Heten, Teten, Yon, and Kafin, Lamek, Mem, Nu, Samek, Ayin, Pei, and Sadek, Ofen, Resh, and Sin. I think the Sadek came before the Pei. Okay, let me see over here. Let's press practice there. Practice, okay.
dalet,
All right. This is the D in Hebrew. You have it in David's name. Okay. And you have it in the word davar. Okay. That's found in Psalm 36, verse 33, verse 6. By the word of the Lord, davar, the word of the Lord, were the heavens formed. Okay, and then you have it in John 1:1, actually, in the New Testament. It says, I'm just remembering it. It says something like this: Bereshit haya hadavar, vahadavar Hayaim, Ha-Elohim, Va-Elohim, Haya, Hadabar. That's more or less John 1:1 in Hebrew there. And Davar means word. The Greek is Lagos, Lagos. But the Hebrew is Dabar. Okay, spelled out, I believe, D-A-B-A-R. Okay, D-A-B-A-R. In English, that's a transliteration. Okay, so this appears twice in David's name. Okay, and that's just the deal. Okay, also you see it in the word dalet when Jesus said, I am ha dalet. Okay, the way. Well, actually, Derek actually is the way. Ha dalet is door. Dalet is door, and Derek is way. The Greek is actually hey hadas. It's actually a feminine word with a second declension ending. Actually, it's very, I wouldn't say irregular, but it's a very strange construction for a Greek masculine what. All right, so that's the D. Remember to make the tittle.
Dalet.
Okay, and the tittle is right here. Okay, right to the top right. You see that edge, the ledge or edge or tittle or horn, whatever you want to call it. Okay, Jesus said, not one jot or tittle, meaning horn. You see that horn to the upper right-hand corner. Not one jot or tittle shall pass away from the law till all be fulfilled, until all be fulfilled. Remember, he said that I have not come to destroy the prophets. I have not come to destroy the law, but to fulfill. Okay.
Hey.
This is the H in Hebrew. Actually, it's like, I don't know if I can do it because she doesn't allow me to write what I want to write, without snapping it back into perfection. But so I'm going to kind of script it a little bit. I know it's not going to look the way it should look, but this is the hey, and I know it's not going to be kind of the same. There's a separation between the two lines. I can't separate it, but this is the hey according to a modern Hebrew. Okay, that's the hey. Now, the hey according to Paleo Hebrew, which she's not going to allow me to do too greatly. I mean, let's see if I can do it. It's basically like this. Okay, and it'll be like this, and another one like this. So it's basically like that. That's the hey. That's the Paleo hey. That's found in the oldest form of the Tetragrammaton. Okay, so that's hey. That's H. The other one was H2, but this one, and I know she can't wait for me to finish, but this is without the line in the middle. I know I made a line. It's not supposed to be there, but I can't release it because she's gonna erase it. You see, so that's why I have to write sort of a line in the middle, like this line right here. It doesn't exist in the Hebrew hey. Okay, but this is the cursive handwriting that people use in notebooks or stuff like that. Letters and Okay, so this is the hey, but the biblical hey. This is found in our Bibles. Okay, this is an H, and this is found in the Tetragrammaton 2 times in the Tetragrammaton, spelled out Yod Hey Vav or Wow Hey. Okay, Vav according to modern Hebrew, and that's just the deal. Let me see. She asks for it again.
Hey.
Okay, so this is a very important letter because this in and of itself can be an article, meaning the, and it goes right before a word, like ha davar. I mean, it's tagged, right, it's pressed right in front of the word. It's not like the and whatever the pan or whatever the case may be, the cup or whatever the table. I don't care. It's not. It's like. And that's actually my fiance. She has my picture on Facebook. She wanted my picture there, so that's me actually, Angelo. She wanted my picture there, so let me get rid of that. Hate to get rid of my face, you know. And so the thing is that the hay. Now, what was I saying? Okay, you know, the hay. Okay, so you find is actually a very important letter because the hay can be an article, like I said before. Okay, and so I mean that's very important. Okay, the article, and like somebody said, the article is your friend, but more in Greek and not really too much in not too much really in Hebrew. The article is your friend, but in Greek, you know. Okay, so that's it.
Vav.
Okay, this is the V, okay, in Hebrew. Okay, in modern Hebrew is the V, and in biblical Hebrew, this is wow. Okay, well, actually, it's like this. Watch.
Vav.
The wow is written like that with a little crown. I mean, a little, what do you call it? A horn. Okay, this is the wow, you know, but they don't have a horn nowadays, just like this. Okay, be careful that you do not.
Zain.
Oops, she doesn't even let me finish. Be careful that you don't make the vav long because then it's going to look like an N, like a final N. Okay, make sure that you don't have the vav short because then it's going to look like a Y, the yod, you know. Okay, so let's see over here. Okay. Actually, let me show you. Okay, I hope I have it over here. Verse 42, around that, you can check it out. Verse 42. Okay, wait for a second. Okay, let me show you. Let me see if I can find it here. That's a study that I have. This is my fiance right here. Okay, and she actually took my picture and uses it on her Facebook. You know, the tiny picture? The tiny picture, she uses it for me, and then she has, you know, the upper picture, the wider picture, she has her. So she just wanted me on the little picture, and that's what appears on the bubble, you know. So that's just a deal with that. Okay. All right. So how are we gonna get back? Okay, let me see it right here. Her name is Riza. Bye, Riza. Okay, so let's get back to this. Okay, this is the Zion. Okay, the Zion over there. And let me see what I can do here. Why is all this stuff here? Let me see. Why? Okay, it's good now. This is the Zion. This is the Z in Hebrew. Z like in zoo. Remember that old show Zuma Zoom? Remember that? Channel 13? Okay. So Zion. This is the now the Zion, let me see.
Zain.
According to Paleo Hebrew is basically like this. Okay, let me see if I can write it. This is Paleo right here. Okay, that's the Zion right there. And if you take like the left bottom portion out and the top right portion out, those, you know, horns, if you will, then you'll have the Z looking letter, right? So let me do that for you. See, just go like this. It's not like this, but I'm just saying. If you go like this and then like this, it looks like a Z, doesn't it though? But the old fashioned Zion is like this. Okay. Okay, this is the only way I can write it, folks. So don't be picky, okay? Because she's not going to let me, you know, if I go like this, she's going to snap it into the letter that she wants. Okay, so I wanted the Paleo, but it's too late now. I already did it anyway. Okay. Okay, so let's do that again, okay?
Dalet.
Okay, this is the D. I'm going to do it real quick right there.
Dalet.
And then Dalet. And the reason why I'm not going to get 3 stars is because I got to beat that time. And since I'm teaching,
Hey.
there is no way that I'm going to beat the best time, okay, to get a 3-star rating.
Hey.
Tisk for me, right? Make sure that you leave about a 30% gap. Okay, you don't want this letter looking like another letter that has no gap, and it looks exactly almost the same as this letter. That's a CH letter. This is an H letter. Okay.
Vav.
Okay, remember, don't write the vowel all the way down like this because it becomes an N. Just write it like that. Okay. Now, actually, let me see. I can't do it now.
Vav.
Okay, yeah, no, I can't do it. It's really written like this. Okay. I have a Hebrew notebook, and it's just like, you write it in between two lines. You don't write it like that. You just don't. I mean, you write it, like everybody writes in a notebook. You don't write like two lines like that. It's just very irregular.
Zayin.
Okay, so the Zion, I mean, you write it like this, right? Like this and like that. Okay, you do not write it with two, in between two lines. So anyway, so Zion right there.
Zayin.
And sometimes the Zion is written like this, okay? So just be alert of that. Sometimes it's written a little curvy like that, okay? That was the Z. Okay, so let me just do it one more time for you guys.
Dalet.
Okay, this is the D. Don't make it like, let me see how I can do this though. Don't make it like this because this is an R in Hebrew, okay? Make sure that you put the tittle, you leave the room for the horn, you see? And then that's a D. Okay, so.
Dalet.
Okay, so don't go like this because that's an R in Hebrew, actually called resh. Okay, resh. So this is the R. You don't want that. You want this. Okay, dalet, which actually means door, though.
Hey.
Okay. Hey, I said that this was found. This is found twice in the Tetragrammaton. Okay. Tetragrammaton is found 6,800, and it's a couple of different numbers. 6,829 is one number. 6,828. Mount says is 6,829. So I rather lead toward, it depends what manuscript they're using, what Masoretic text, I guess, and how good the computer system is nowadays compared to, if Vines was even using a computer. So, I mean, I don't know if he was. I don't know.
Hey.
Okay, so hey. This is found also in the word, okay, haya. Okay, haya, which means was. It's a to be word. It is also found in ehyeh. It's silent in that word. That means, okay, I am. Okay, that's recorded in Exodus chapter 3, verse 14. Ehyeh asher ehyeh. I am that I am. Okay, so that's just it, and that's the deal.
Vav.
Okay, this is V in modern Hebrew, but W in biblical Hebrew.
Vav. Zayin.
This is Z.
Zayin.
And that's it. All right, so let's go on. I think. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I'm doing the test again. No, I don't want the test again. Okay, I already took the test. Now I can't help the commercials that pop up. I'm sorry, guys. The advertisement. That's just in case something pops up that's not so Christianly. Then don't blame me. Okay, can't control. All right, so let's go to the other letter. Okay, the other, let me see. Okay, no, that's the lesson that we just did. So let's go to lesson number 3. Okay, and let's see. I'm going to let my fiance suffer for a little while. Suffering is good for the soul. I mean, that's just it. So let's check out this lesson. Okay.
Chet.
Okay, chet is this right here. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, this is a CH letter. Now remember, I said that the hey looks like this, right? But this is hey. But the one that she wants is chet. Chet. Okay, she wants this. Okay, so fill up the gap there when you're making the chet. Okay, this is a CH letter. Equal to the chi in Greek, which means foundation, by the way, the key or the chi, it's an X looking letter. It's not an X though. So this is a CH letter coming back to Hebrew.
tet,
Okay. Okay, this is found in the word tov, which means good. It's found in the expression mazal tav or mazal tov, which means congratulations. This is the T in tov, which means good. Okay. All right. So like the three expressions in Hebrew. Okay, boker tov, good morning. Erev tov, good evening. Laila tov, good night. You see, their adjectives come after, okay, the noun. See, Laila means night. Okay, so they say it like this: night good. That's how they actually speak. Or let me see, morning good or evening good. They talk like that. So boker tov means, okay, good night. I mean good morning, I should say. But the morning comes before the good. So it's kind of, have to get used to it a little bit there. Okay, so this is tov. Just remember a teapot when you're looking at this Hebrew letter. It is one of the T's in Hebrew. The other one is tav. That's the pronunciation of the modern Hebrew letter tav. Okay, but this is teth, and this teth, okay, is a T sounding letter. Okay, notice the gap above the teth to the left. Okay, so this could be confused with the meme, the M, but the difference between this and the meme is that the meme is open to the bottom left. Okay, meaning the M that can go anywhere except for, it can't be the last letter of a word. So just be careful with this and that M, that it looks sort of similar, but it's just the openings on the top. In this letter T, and one of the versions of M is open on the bottom. Just if you remember the teapot sort of theory, and you're good to go. Okay. Now also there's another expression, tov toda. Okay. Fine or good. Thanks. Okay. If somebody says to you, how are you feeling? Let me see how you say that. Ma shlomcha. Okay. How are you to a man? And ma shlamech, how are you to a woman? See, this is very different. I'm learning Filipino now because of my fiance, the lady that you just saw. And it's very simple. At least the stuff that I'm learning from the internet and what she's teaching me doesn't stick. But because Hebrew is so much more difficult, because you have to say, you have to use gender, and you can't say, how are you like you're speaking to a man to a woman. The thing is absurd. You have to say ma shlamcha, okay, shlamcha to a man, okay, and then ma means how or what, and shlamech is to a woman though. So that's just the tough thing about Hebrew, that you have to learn two genders of numbers and all these things. It's just, but it's, So just remember the teapot sort of thing, and you're going to remember this is a T. And Tov toda. Okay, well, thank you, toda. But that's toda is another T though in toda. Okay, the tov is this one, and toda, okay, begins with another T, you know. Okay,
tet,
tet, like that. One of the T's in Hebrew.
yod,
Yod. Okay, now this letter, okay, is written nowadays like this. Okay, just like that. That's it. Okay, now the biblical version is like this. See how she snapped it back? Because she's not really programmed, or it's not really programmed for you to do what you want on the page, which is, I don't know why they don't allow that, but I guess they just want to correct any mistakes that you're doing to the correct way of writing, you know. So, I mean, it's not a blackboard. I mean, because then it won't be teaching, it won't be correcting you if it's just like anything goes, you know. So anyway, this Y is kind of interesting in modern Hebrew. You have the word yeled, okay, yeled, and that means young, that means a boy, child, or man or male, yeled. And so this makes that, okay. Of course, it's the first letter in the tetragrammaton. Tetra means four, and grammaton means letters or writing. So this you know, biblical theology, this is you know, it's critical, you know. So this is one of the four letters in the tetragrammaton. And so that's it. And some more words will come to me as we look at this letter. But Yeled is one of those that I have learned that means a child, or you know, boy.
yod,
You know, actually, forget about the yod for now. Let me just make the aleph again. I mean, I know I'm not writing it the way I'm supposed to, but I had to do it like this because she's not going to allow me to write it in the way it's supposed to be written. Actually, actually begins with this letter. It means brother. Okay, brother. Oh, getting back to the yod, okay, before I forget, okay, which this is what she wants anyway. This is the first letter in Yeshli. Yeshli in Hebrew means I have. So you can say Yeshli ach, okay, or I have a brother, okay. Yeshli ach ve achot, okay. Yeshli ach ve achot. Yeshli means I have, and brother is ach. So Yeshli ach, I have a brother. And then ve means and then achot means sister. So Yeshli ach ve achot means I have a brother and a sister. So just remember that Yeshli means I have. Yesh means there's another word. It means there is, okay, there are, or that is, you know. This is a Y letter in Hebrew, by the way.
chaf sofit,
Okay, now this is a sort of a strange letter, but be careful because this looks like the Dalet, doesn't it? Remember we learned the D, so this is not like this because this is the D, but it goes way below the Mendoza line, and this is actually a Sofit letter. Okay, a Sofit in Hebrew means final. You have one final letter in Greek, which is the sigma. Okay, so this is one of the Sofit letters, and you have five of them. But just because you have five, not all of the letters are written below the I call it the Mendoza line. I don't know what else to call it. The line on a page, you know. So this is long, and 4 out of the 5 Sofit letters are longer than usual. You know, they extend, you know, below the normal writing area, you know. And this is a CH sounding letter. Okay. Okay.
כף סופית.
Okay. Chaf sofit. This is actually, okay, kaf. Okay. So she says chaf. I'm not used to saying that. I'm used to saying, you know, kaf sofit. Kaf sofit, not chaf sofit, but okay, so remember to go way below, down there. Okay. Right there. Okay.
כף.
All right. Now this is the same letter, but it's just a different version of it. Okay. Like Greek, the sigma has 4 versions. 3 are used nowadays, but I mean there was another version of the S in or the sigma in ancient times of Greek. It typified the moon, you know, the half moon. So you actually have like 4 different versions of the S in Greek. Now in Hebrew, you have several letters that has at least 2 versions of the same letter. We just saw, okay, kaf, I'm gonna say, okay, sofit. Now this is the same letter, but you know, this letter, okay, this version of the letter can only be the last letter of a Hebrew word. But this, which is the same letter, kaf, okay, can go anywhere except it can't be the last letter of a Hebrew word. See how it goes? That, oops, she snapped it, so I better shut up. Okay. So this can be a K and it can be a CH. Let's just put it like that to make it simple. Okay. It can be a K and it also can be a CH.
כף.
Okay. Now, she says chaf, but we call it kaf in biblical Hebrew. Okay, right there. There you go. Okay, so let's do that very quickly. That was an interesting lesson. Let's press.
חטא.
Okay, let's do this. Chet. Okay, the CH letter. Okay, so this is one CH letter in Hebrew.
חטא.
Okay, there you go right there.
טט.
This is one of the T's in Hebrew.
טט.
Okay, there you go.
יוד.
This is a Y in Hebrew. Okay. Oh, but I'll show you later.
יוד.
Okay, yod.
כף סופית.
Chaf sofit right there.
כף סופית.
Chaf sofit right here.
כף.
Okay, half right there. Yeah, okay, there you go.
כף.
Okay. Okay, basically, let me do that again because I want to give you the you know, the letters that people, you know, write on a page like a notebook and stuff like that. The script, it's like a script form of Hebrew,
חטא.
cursive, you know. And they go like this. Okay, check this out. Like this and like this. More or less. I can't do it exactly like that, but because I'm holding on to it instead of writing, you know, because she's gonna snap it. No, well, she didn't snap it though, but anyway. So this is the sort of the you know, the modern script, if you will. Okay. Okay, so let's just do this one right here. Oops, there you go.
חטא.
Okay, do that real quick.
טט.
Okay, the tet is like it's like this. Okay, the tet nowadays that people use, you know, to write letters and, you know, stuff like that. It's like, it's really like this. Let's see if I could do it the best way possible. It's basically like this. Okay, that's the T, one of the T's in modern Hebrew, meaning cursive writing. Okay, almost looks like a 6, doesn't it though? But it's not like this, you know. So
טט.
okay, so I just wanted to show you that. But this is, you know, this is tet,
יוד.
the normal way. Okay, remember I said that the yod nowadays is just like that.
יוד. כף סופית.
Okay. Oops, she doesn't want it like that, you know. Very intelligent.
כף סופית.
Very nice AI.
כף.
Okay, so this is kaf.
כף.
And there you go, like that. Okay, so let's go to the next lesson. Do I have to do the test?
יוד.
Oh, I don't want to get away with that. Okay, remember yeled means a boy. Yalda means girl. Okay, child also. So you have yeled, I should say, which means boy, but yalda means girl. Okay, so you have yalda, girl, yeled, boy. Okay. Okay.
טט.
Okay, where's that? Right here.
כף סופית.
Which one is the chaf sofit? Okay, it's this one.
חט.
Okay, let me see. This is the C, one of the CH letters in Hebrew.
טט.
Okay, tet. Okay, wait for a second. That'll be like this. Oh, it also can be written like this, the tet. Okay, like this and like that's acceptable. That's completely acceptable in Hebrew. Okay, the tet can be written like this. Okay, like in the word good, tov. Okay, that's acceptable right there. You know, just a little bit, a little bit crooked or whatever because I'm using my finger, and also she is not gonna let me write it because she's gonna snap it out the way. So.
כף סופית.
Okay, now what does she want? Okay, right here. Remember the final cough. Okay, wait for a second. Leave the tittle and go below the Mendoza line. Don't end there because that's the D. Okay. Okay.
טט.
All right. This is the. She wants a tet. Okay.
כף.
Okay, right here.
יוד.
Yod.
כף.
Okay, what does she want? Oh, she wants a cut. Okay, she wants this. She didn't say sofit now. Sofit means final, so she doesn't want this. This is cough also, but she doesn't. She didn't say final or sofit. So she wants the same letter, but not the final version of the letter. Okay.
כף.
Okay, where's that over there? Okay, so. Oh, she wants cough over here.
חט.
Okay, head over here. What's right there? Okay.
כף.
Let me see.
כף.
Chaf. Where is that? Oh,
יוד.
yod.
טט.
Okay, what does she want? Okay, tet. Okay, so that's like this. Okay, right there.
כף סופית.
And she wants house of feet, so she wants like that, and then go down like this.
חט. כף.
Het. Make up your mind. You want a het. So she wants this.
כף סופית.
Okay, let's see. Where is that? So feet.
טט.
Okay, down here.
חט.
And then she wants this. Remember, don't go like this for the chet because that's the hey. Remember? She wants that.
יוד.
Yod. Okay, good. All right. So let's go to the next lesson. Okay. All right. So let's go. And I'm not going to get any special points because, I mean, I'm taking, a long time because I'm teaching it. Now, if you want a contest, make a contest out of it. You do it as fast as possible. Boom, 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 And maybe you can beat the time given. Okay. Maybe we could see the time here. You see that time? Let me see. Best time or what's the best time? I don't see the best time in this thing. Doesn't even have a time. Anyway, whatever. So, okay, so we have like, let me see. We have like 5 letters in the next, pool of letters. Remember in Hebrew, you have 22 letters. Okay, 22 letters. In Greek, you have 24. In the Coptic alphabet of the Egyptians, you have around 31 or 32. Most of them are Greek letters in the Coptic alphabet, And so, and what English has like what 26? I don't even know. No, speak English. All right, so let's check this out. Okay, practice.
למד.
Okay, lamed. Let me just show you. This is lamed. Okay, so this is the lamed that she wants us found basically in the Bible. Okay, but
למד,
this is the modern way of. I'm gonna do the best I can, guys. Okay, this is the modern lamed. Okay, this is lamed the way you write it in a notebook in school, and love letter to your girlfriend or boyfriend, or I mean a letter to your mom, your pops. I mean, you know. So this is the this is the deal right here. Okay. All right. So I think the paleo. I forgot. Like if it's the paleo's like this, I believe. Let me see. Wait. I think it's like this. Like this. I think that's the L, the paleo L. Okay, let me make sure. Wait for a second, because I have it over here in a book. I just want to make sure, because there's another letter that actually looks like the Lamed, according to the ancient form of of Hebrew. And let me see here. So you have the Aleph. Wish you guys could see it, but maybe I could put it in the future. Okay, so you have the Hey, and you have the Vav, and then you have the Ayin. Okay. Then you have the Chet and the Tet, and the, what is this? What is that? Yod. And then you have the Kaf, oh, the Lamed. Yeah, no, I'm right. But it's just a little bit of let me see. It's like basically the paleo. Now this is okay, so let me just put it like this. This is the modern L right here. Okay. The modern L. Okay, did I leave a gap? A little bit of that. And this is the paleo. Now I have to open up the book again now. This is the let me see, because the direction of the Lamed I keep on forgetting though. It is Paleo Hebrew, guys. I mean, this is ancient stuff. Let me see. Okay, so it's like this. Okay, I basically had it right, but I guess I have to just tilt it a little bit this way, and then this is a shepherd's hook, you know, to guide the sheep. You know, that's what Lamed, you know, which actually means learn, you know, one of the meanings of it anyway. So that's the L that she wants is, you know, not this, which is modern Hebrew, not this, which is Paleo Hebrew, which is the ancient form of Hebrew, found, okay, in the Old Testament that Moses used, but she wants this, which is found in the Bible, but it's not the most ancient form. Okay, even though this is not Hebrew, but it's, you know, it's not the most ancient form of Hebrew. You know what I mean? But that's what she wants. Okay, so you have several L's over there.
מם סופית,
Now, let me see. Now, let me get back to the. Well, I'll get back to the L when she gets back to it. I don't want to confuse you guys. This is an M, but is one version of the M in Hebrew. This is called final meme. Okay, this can only be the last letter of a Hebrew word, like Elohim. Okay, that has this version of M. Okay, in the end of the word. Then you have Susim, which means horses. You see, Banim, which means faces, or person, or persons. I think that's found like in chapter 13, verse 8 of Job. You know, the persons of God, or the person of God, or the face of God, or the faces of God. So pick your choice. And also, this is the last letter in a word anashim, which means people. Also means man, but it could be used for man, but it means people. Anashim. And if you want to say women, okay, all right, then nashim, But you see this is one of the letters that can make a word plural. It's not right to say that this is the only letter that can make a word plural. Okay, usually this is the letter that makes masculine, a masculine word plural. Okay. And a T can make a, you know, a feminine word plural. All right, so let's go on here. I mean, okay.
מם סופית.
This right here. I don't really like the way this looks, the final M. I mean, you know, not really used to that.
מם.
Now this is this is the same letter. Remember, we just learned this. I'm gonna write it like this because that's the only thing that I can do with this app. Remember, this is an M, but this also is an M. Okay, found in a word in a modern Hebrew word, ma, which means what. Like, what is your name? Okay, ma shimcha. Okay, ma shimcha. Okay, ma shimcha. Okay, for a man, what's your name? But to a woman, ma shmech. Okay, you see the difference? Okay, so ma is found in those two. Okay. This is found also in the question. Let me see. Okay, me efo ata. Me. Okay, where? Right. Me efo ata. Where are you from? Me efo ata, but to a man, because ata is for a man. Okay, you, is masculine. Ata. But when you want to ask a woman, okay, like I could have said when I met the lady that I showed you, you know, I could have, she doesn't speak Hebrew, but if she spoke Hebrew, I could have said to her, I could have asked her, I should say rather, okay, me efo at. You see how it switches from ata to at? You see, when you're talking to a woman, it's at. When you're talking to a man, it's a different form of you know. So I should have used it when I was like looking at the aleph, okay, because I think that's what it is. But this could be used for a question. You put this, and then you put a what do you call it? An A class, okay. Okay, I think you say an A class. There you go. That's correct English. An A class, and then you have ma, and that's it's like sort of like an interrogative, like, you know, it's like the equal, okay, to te, you know, in Greek. It's like asking a question, ma, like what, or, you know. Okay, so anyway, this is also found in the first letter of Moses' name, Moshe. Okay, Moshe, and I mean, you know, the list goes on. What you could do with this letter, you know. And I already said, like, how do you feel is ma shlomech for a woman, ma shlomcha for a man. How do you feel? How are you doing? And if you're doing well, you say tov toda. Well, thank you. And I press the screen and nothing happens. Okay. Okay. Did it lock up on me or something like that? So what? Okay. Because maybe I talk too much. All right. So let's just do that again. Okay. Let's get that same lesson. Let me see if that's the same lesson. It is. Okay, fine. So let's just speed through the lamet, the meme, and go to the and final meme, and go to the meme, the regular meme. Okay.
למד.
I mean, I was insulted. I mean, I know I talk a lot, but you don't have to tell me. Okay, this is lamet, found in a preposition like el, which means to, like panim el panim. I'm gonna talk whether she likes it or not. I don't care. Okay. So like what? Exodus I think it's like chapter 33, verse 11. I think you can check me out on that though. Exodus 33:11, where it says that God spoke to Moses face to face. Panim means face. Panim el panim, face to face. In Greek, it'll be something like this. Prasopan, which means face. Prasopan, prasopan. See, prasopan means face, and pras is the Greek preposition, one of them anyway. And then prasopan again means face. So prasopan, prasopan, face to face in Greek, and then panim el panim, face to face in Hebrew. So that's just the deal. So this will be in the to, the preposition. Okay. So you can use a be for a preposition. You can use an L for a preposition. I mean, in Hebrew.
Lamed.
Okay. So when you write the lamed, just write it quick above the upper Mendoza line. I mean, you usually write it like this. See, you usually write it like this in between two lines, like I said before. You don't write it like this. Okay.
Mem Sofit.
Okay, let's just go through this because you already know this is the final version of M. Okay.
Mem Sofit.
Okay, there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I hate that, but
Mem.
okay, right here. Remember to do the tittle right here. This is a horn or a tittle. You see that? Little piece of a letter. You see? And then remember that opening that I spoke to you of that's found, okay, in Teth. The opening is on the top of the T, right? Of that T, Teth. But the M has an opening on the bottom. Okay, so that's one of the things that I had to learn when I was learning Hebrew, that, I mean, those openings kind of confused me because I try to remember the letter, the form. And I just, it took me time. And one thing that you want to do if you're learning a new language, you're just going to have to practice day, noon, and night. Okay, and if you're working, just bring some flashcards or with you and stuff like that. And I mean, this is an app. So this is why I'm bringing this up uploading this up on YouTube, so that way you can get the app for your Android phone. That's why I'm doing it. I mean, and using this to show you guys how good this thing is, and it'll teach you how to correctly write Hebrew. It'll force you to do that. Okay.
Mem.
You know what I mean? Because and now you can write the M like this. Check this out. Now I'm gonna do it in a sort of a different way than you usually do it. So just forgive me, but if you got the ones who know how to write it, you just don't do it like this right here. But I had to because she's gonna snap it. So you can write the M like this. You see, pointy like that. You can. Okay. Let me see if I can do it a little bit better. I'll leave the horn out. Okay. I'll leave the horn out, which really is right here, but I'll leave it out. So let me because I want to write it really like you can really write it. I was taught like this, to write the M like that. And then you put the horn. So you can do it like that or like that. Doesn't make a difference. The two are acceptable there. Then you add the horn and you're good to go.
Nun Sofit.
Okay, now this is a version, okay, of the N, like in Nancy in Hebrew. But you don't write it like this because this is a Y. You don't write it like this because this is a V. Okay, in modern Hebrew. You write it like this, and this becomes the N that can only be the last letter of a word. Like in, okay, chen, according to the biblical pronunciation of the word for grace, found in Zechariah chapter 12, verse 10. The spirit of chen, okay? Now they would say the spirit of chen because the sere is not an A sounding K-R-I-E class. It's a E sounding letter like in the word Met, M-E-T, like the New York Mets. So then M-E-T-S. Okay. All right. So I'm a Yankee fan, so I don't even know why I put the Mets in this thing. All right, guys. So this is the N. Okay. This is the N. The final N. Okay. The final N. By the grace of God, I am what I am. Now, Paul in the Hebrew New Testament of 1817, translated from the Textus Receptus, which is a nice Greek edition, okay? A nice Greek edition. It can't be compared to, editions like the United Bible Society's Greek edition or, some nice text like that. But, in 1 Corinthians chapter 15, he said, by the grace of God or by the chen of God. The chen. And I was going to say something else that actually, okay, that's found Okay, that was written by Paul. Oh yeah, what I was trying to say is this. Eureka! I remember. Now that the volume that I had in mind is a volume that I have on my desk now, and that's the volume the New Testament Hebrew, or the Hebrew New Testament, translated by T. Frey. Took me a long time, guys. I'm sorry. T. Frey, Frey. He was one of the translators, along with G. Collier, Collyer, and together they translated from the Greek text and made a wonderful Hebrew New Testament way back in 1817. All right, and that's exciting because Jesus said, okay, of himself, yeah. Now, nobody can say that of himself unless he's Jehovah God. All right, so that's just a deal. So this is final N. N like in Nancy. Okay?
Nun sofit.
Now, the equivalent to this in Greek will be nu. Okay? It will be the letter nu, which is also an N. But it looks like a V on one of the versions of that.
Nun.
Okay, this is an N, but it's not nun sofit. Okay, this could be anywhere in a word, but it can't be the last letter of a word. Okay, the one that we saw that looked like a long stick can be, okay, the last letter of a Hebrew word, like the word that we spoke about, right? Chen, which means grace. Okay, Charis is the equivalent to that in Greek. Also means grace. This is an N, okay, and this is a very important letter to me because it is found in the word nu, which means us in Hebrew. Okay, nu, and that means us. Now, that's just it. Mi menu, lanu, recorded in Genesis chapter 3, verse 22. Verse 23 in the Greek Septuagint. And lanu means, who will go for us. For us. It's lanu. You see the nu there. And that's the proof of the Trinity. He said, who will go for us? That's in Isaiah chapter 6, verse 8. Na'aseh, let us make. Okay. Actually, it says, Na'aseh Adam, let us make man. He didn't say, I'm going to make man. He said, let us make man. Okay, na'aseh, from the Hebrew word asa, which means to make. Okay, so na'aseh means let us make. So, I mean, that's just the deal. Mi menu, a man has become like one of us, mi menu. And then nerda, I believe, is the Hebrew in Genesis 11:7, where it says, and the scriptures cannot be broken, okay, let us go down. Okay, let us is nerda. So that's it. And by the way, it's very funny that Islam beefs and whines and complains about the Trinity, but they have a form of a plural God in the Quran, because it says we, that we did this and we did that. So where's the we coming from? Oh. All right.
Nun.
There you go. All right, so let's do that very quickly. Okay, let's do that again very quickly. The retry. No, I have to take the test. I can't cheat, guys.
Mem.
Okay, mem. Here we go. Can do that quickly. Boop.
Lamed.
And lamed is right here. Okay, you find that in the word Laila, which means night. Okay, Laila. So when you say Laila Tov, you're saying good night. So Laila means night, N-I-G-H-T. Hope I spelled that correctly, by the way. Just,
Nun sofit.
Okay, so Nun Sofi, this is the final version of N, or Nun. And you have to hit it twice, though.
Nun.
Okay, right here.
Mem sofit.
Okay, Mem Sofi is this. Fine, this is an M, but the final version of M. Sofit again means final.
למד. נון. נון סופית.
Oops, I wrote it too long.
מם סופית. מם.
That's kind of tricky. Which one is mem, guys? Well, there's two versions of the m. Okay, you have one, and you have to pick one. Okay, yeah, one on the top, and then you have the second one. The two of them are memes. Okay, so which one? Which one is just regular? What did she say? Okay, well, she didn't say Sofit, so it's not this one. Okay, it's not meaning the second one. I poked the second one to show you, but she didn't want it. Okay.
מם.
Okay, so mem is this.
נון סופית.
Nun Sofit is like that.
מם סופית.
And like that.
נון סופית.
And like this.
למד.
Lamed is the L. Remember, you have the scripted L. Okay, I'm doing the best I can, writing with my finger there. Then you have the paleo L, which is the ancient form of Hebrew, right there. But she doesn't want that. She wants this. Okay, she wants it quick also, so go flat like that. Let me see if I could do it like that, real quick.
למד.
Okay, right there.
נון.
Okay, noon.
מם סופית.
Okay, so right there.
מם.
Okay, regular.
למד.
Right there. Oops, a little bit low, but that's all right.
מם.
And then right there.
נון.
Like that. Okay, so let's go, I think, to lesson 5. Okay, so let's go there. Okay, as my girlfriend suffers, but that's okay. Suffering is good for the soul, like I said before. Builds character and patience, and builds trust, you know. So that's just all there is to it. I'm with you guys now. Okay, this is all there is to it. All right, yeah. Let's look at her again. Yep, she's cute, she's nice, she's wonderful, but too bad. Yeah, is that what I'm saying? All right, so let's go to the 5th lesson, guys and gals and kids out there. Okay, so let me see. Where is the... Okay, so practice. Remember Iverson, the basketball player, when somebody said, "Hey, don't you have to practice?" And he said, "Practice? What do you mean practice? Practice? I don't practice. What practice?" Well, guess what? If you don't practice in Hebrew, you're done. Okay, is worse. This is my opinion. Okay, Hebrew and Greek, which I know, praise God, very, very well. It's worse in Hebrew. You have to put an extra effort into it. I mean, it's just that's all there is to it. Okay. Now, syntax is very involved in Greek. I mean, you know, of course, you know, you have your perfect tense forms that you have to learn, and your, you know, the aorist tense and the augment and all that stuff, and the reduplicating consonant, which is a piece of cake, by the way, and the imperfect tense and all that. Praise God. You know, and you have all these different forms. The verb is harder than the noun forms. Let's just face it, though. So, I mean, I'm just saying that, you know, but in my opinion, Hebrew is much more difficult to learn. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Okay, so let's practice. Okay.
סמך.
All right. Samech. Okay. Now, actually, if you notice this letter, I wish I could just, you know, like twist it around. Actually, this letter spawned from this letter, from the letter you see over there, the sigma. Okay. Okay, that's a copycat of that. It really is. Okay. I mean, it is. I mean, I just, you know. Now, they say that the capital sigma came from the sheen or the scene. I believe that. I believe that as well. Okay. But anyway, this is samech. This is one of the S's in Hebrew. And it's found in the word susim, like I said before. Susim. Okay, which means horses. Sus, okay, means horse, just one horse, okay? Okay, so this is the this is the S in that word for horse, sus, All right, so samech. Okay, there you go.
סמך,
Now remember to make the samech round on the bottom, because if you don't, you're gonna wait for a second. You're gonna have this letter looking like the final M or MAME. You see that? That's the final MAME that we already learned in the last lesson. You don't want an M. You want a samech or samech. Okay. Now, what is the S in? Oh, well, I can't do it now.
עין,
Okay. I think that the S is like this. Okay. It's just a circle. I believe the ion nowadays is just like this. I can't make a good circle here on this thing. Let me see. Let me see if I can, because I'm using the finger over here to do this. So that's basically, if it doesn't have a tittle, let me see if it doesn't have a tittle though. I don't want to make any tittle. Okay, so if I am, forgive me. That's the S nowadays though. Okay. So, but the crazy thing is, this is the modern S. It has no tittle, but this was okay, and I don't know why I got it. This was the ion actually. So that's confusing if you go back and forth to the ancient form of Hebrew and then the present day form of Hebrew. You go back and forth, and you have to learn all of the forms. You have to learn the Paleo Hebrew. If that's not bad enough, then you have to learn, okay, all right, the Babylonian script or the Aramaic script of what we call, Hebrew. It's not Hebrew. And then the modern script you should learn if you want to teach this stuff, So it's just my opinion, but Hebrew is so much more difficult to learn than Greek was. That's just my opinion. I don't know. Maybe you guys could breeze right through it. I didn't breeze through anything. All right, this is ayin. This is a peculiar letter according to the Zondervan worksheet. This is not a Y. Okay, this can be a G sounding letter, and it's a silent letter. And you can pronounce it because of the diacritics, diacriticals, okay? So that's just it. There are 22 letters in Hebrew, and all of them are consonants. Some of them can be used as vowel letters. Okay? All right.
עין, פי סופית,
Okay, so this is a Sofit letter. This is one of 5 Sofit letters in Hebrew. And so this, you can make it like this. She wants it like this. Okay, and then you can go like this if you want to. You can go like that and sort of make it really nice and fashiony and all that stuff. But she just wants that, She doesn't want too much stuff, And this can only be the last letter of a Hebrew word. Okay, and that's it all across the board. So okay,
פי סופית,
this is a final pay, but she says fey. Okay, so this is called pay in biblical Hebrew. Okay, now what does she want? Okay, the final version of it she wants. So remember that you have to go below the line. Okay, 4 out of the 5 Sofit letters go below what I call the Mendoza line, except for the MAME. It does not. And it's one consonant that goes above the upper Mendoza line. I call it the upper Mendoza line. And that's the Lamed. Okay, so you can go like this.
פי,
Now, this is the first letter in the word panim, which means face or faces or person or persons. I told you that before. And it goes like that. Okay. So this is pay. And this is one of my favorite, I mean, you know, not one of my favorite letters, but I'm just saying it's one of my favorite words, meaning the word panim. One of my favorite words, I should say.
Fe.
Okay, so we got it right here. It goes like this and this.
צדי סופית.
Okay, this is a TS letter, like in the word sports. Let me write it out so you can see it. Okay. I know it looks like a Y to S, English-speaking people, but it is not a Y. It's not even close to being a Y. This is a TS letter, like in the word sports. Okay. Let me see if I could like some other words that's like a TS. Roots. Okay. Let me see some other. Maybe you can think of some. I wish you can shout them to me right now. Okay. Spots. There you go. You can use this to transliterate, okay, into Hebrew anyway, make a transliteration from English to Hebrew, stop. Okay, this could be it's possible, okay, but then it won't really sound that I mean, then it's better just to put a scene in a towel or whatever, because it's really you know, it's not going to give that sound. It's really, you know, it's not going to give that sound, so strike that off the record. But how about the word plots? Okay, you can put this at the end of that word for your transliteration into Hebrew. From what was it? Forgot. All right, so let me see if I can find out. Let me see. How about another one here? Okay, plots. Stats. Okay, that's another one. Stats. You know, your biblical stats or your baseball stats or whatever you want to call it. Okay. Mats. There you go. Wow, it's hard. It's hard. You have to brainstorm, right, to find a, you know, TS ending letter or something like that or whatever, you know. But this is the final letter in the word for earth in Genesis 1:1. Now, in Genesis 1:1, according to the Greek, it says something like this, okay? En arche epoesen hateas tan uranan kai tain gain, okay? So, and gain means actually earth. Okay, so that's the translation in the Septuagint of the word, okay, adets, okay, which means earth or land in Hebrew. So you say, you know, but reshit, I don't have it in front of me, something like basar, Elohim, and on it goes, and then until you get to the point, you know, waha adets. Throw in, you know, hash shamayim into the pool. Okay, don't forget that word. He made the heavens. It's kind of ironic to me that the Greek Septuagint says tan uranan. That's not plural. That's one heaven. So I don't know if that's the original translation of the from the Masoretic text into the Greek Septuagint. The word Septuaginta comes from the Latin, which means 70. The Greek Septuagint comes from the Latin word Septuaginta, which means 70. So this is the TS letter, but this is the TS that goes at the end of a Hebrew word. There you go.
צדי סופית.
Okay, let's do that again.
סמך.
This is the S, one of the S's in Hebrew.
סמך. עין. עין.
Okay, this is a silent letter in Hebrew. It's peculiar. Can make a sound, but there's a lot of mystery in this letter. A lot of cloak and dagger, if you will.
פי סופית.
Okay, right here. Okay, this is the P, a letter. In biblical Hebrew, it could be a PH sounding letter as well, or an F.
פי סופית.
Okay, say Sophia right here.
פה.
and this could go anywhere except it can't be the last. It can't not be the last letter of a Hebrew word.
Fe.
Okay, here we go.
צדי סופית.
TS.
צדי סופית.
And that's it. Okay, so let's take the test.
Fe.
Okay, what does she want? She wants, okay, the pay is this one, or the fe.
סמך.
She wants the samech, so that's easy. Remember to round off the bottom.
צדי סופית. צדי סופית. סמך. פה. עין. פה סופית. פה סופית.
Remember the clue of Sofit, except for one of the Sofit letters, is that it is longer than usual. Okay?
עין.
Okay. Okay, ayin, she said. What did she say? Oh, ayin, okay.
צדי סופית.
Sade Sofit, okay. Right there.
סמך. פה. עין.
Ayin.
עין. סמך. צדי סופית.
Check that out. There are two Sofit letters over here. That's if you do this quick, you can get into trouble. But you got two Sofit letters. Okay, let's eliminate the samech, which is to the top, and let's eliminate the ayin, which is to the bottom. Okay, there is no ayin Sofit. There is no samech Sofit. That doesn't exist. But the two letters in the middle are your candidates. Okay, I'm just saying, right? There are Sofit letters. So if you were taking a test, that's how you eliminate if you're not really sure. Okay, so they're longer than usual. That's one clue. And then so what does she want? Okay, final sade. But this is sade. This is the third one is not sade. I mean, that's a P, right? Oh, I didn't give you the actually the you know the equivalent in what do you call it in you know modern sort of cursive writing, but that's okay anyway. Let me see here. I can get to the pay very quickly though, so let me just finish this.
פה.
Okay.
פה סופית.
Okay, face to face. So
פה סופית.
Okay, let's go back to that because I want to show you something with the pay, okay? Oh, wait, I just took the test again. Let me see though. Okay, so practice.
סמך.
Okay, let's do this real quick, okay?
סמך.
Okay.
עין.
I know I'm just like crazy.
עין.
Okay.
פה סופית.
Okay, this is face to feet. Okay.
פה סופית.
Face to feet.
פה.
Okay, this is what I wanted to write. That I believe that the Faye looks like this, like a like this, more or less like that in modern Hebrew, you know, like this. But anyway, so let's go to the next lesson.
פה.
Okay, and I don't want that though. Okay, I already finished. Okay, so all right, so let's go to the last letter. Okay, and we're gonna have here sade, regular sade. Okay, you're gonna have kof, resh, sin and shin, and tau. Okay, remember the song. Aleph, bet, and gimel, dalet, hey, and wow, and zayin. Het and tet and yod and kaf and lamek, mein and samek, ayin. Ba da 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 da. I get stuck. All right, so let's go to. And we always get stuck in Samic, Ayin, Pei, and Kof, and Resh, and all that gets stuck. It always gets stuck there. All right, guys, so let's check this out. Maybe I'll sing it.
תו.
Ooh, she scared me, though. Wait a minute. I didn't want to take the test, though. Okay, let me press practice.
Sadi.
Okay, this is Sade, so you can write it. Yeah, I mean, some people choose to write it like this, and then you make, you go like this, but some people just write it like this. You see, both are acceptable.
Sadi.
Okay, this is the TS, but this is a different version of the TS. Remember, the other one can go, okay, can be the last letter of a Hebrew word, but this can go anywhere except for that, though. Okay.
Kof.
Okay, so this is the Q. Sometimes it's transliterated into a K in manuals. Okay, modern manuals. Okay.
Kof.
Okay, this is a Q. Remember that.
Reish.
Resh. Now, this does not sound like an R when you're sounding out the word, the actual word. Okay? Like, for example, in the word bahur. See, it doesn't sound like an R. That means young man. Bahura. That's young woman. It doesn't sound like a R. Because you have to put your tongue like toward the back of the roof of your mouth. Okay? To make the sound resh. Now, it could sound like an R when it's toward the beginning of a word, like reshit. You can get away with that. But when you're saying, words like, bahur, I mean, it doesn't sound like an R at all. Okay? As a matter of fact, this R is in the word for the number 4. Okay? Okay, I mean, he doesn't sound like an R at all, at least in modern Hebrew, Okay, bahur. See? Bah. So you have to put your tongue way up there, say bahur, bahur, bahura. See, I mean, it doesn't sound like a R. Doesn't sound like the Greek resh. Resh. See, the Greeks want this different. It's the Greeks want the R sounding letter sounded off like in the word Turquía, Turquía, the country Turkey. You see, Turquía. Is a feminine article there in that goes before the country Turkey. Turquía. But the Hebrews, very, very. This is the most difficult. To me, in my opinion, this is the most difficult letter to pronounce in Hebrew right here. One of them. I didn't say the most, but one of them. Okay? This. I mean, Mame. Okay, what's the big deal about Mame? What's the big deal about Nun? Lamet. So what's the big deal about that? Samech. So what? Right? Aleph is a silent letter. You don't have to worry about that. Okay? Probably, Ayin, since it's so mysterious, okay, that's kind of difficult as well because you're not sure about that letter. You can't say 100%. I know what Ayin is all about. So I mean, okay, you throw that in there, even though it can sound like a G, like a quick G, I guess. Seen is seen and sheen is sheen, but this letter right here, man, you can do a lot of damage, I guess, to your mouth if whatever. I don't know, your throat. I mean, this is something. Ruach Ruach actually means spirit. It has other meanings, like 8 other meanings as well, according to Vine's Complete Expository Dictionary of Old and New Testament Words. This is an R, nevertheless, it's transliterated into an R. Okay? The first letter in, Reshit, which means beginning, either in John 1:1 or in Genesis 1:1. So, all right. So,
Reish.
okay. Resh. This is the R.
Shin.
Okay. So, I mean, this is, I guess, the tooth fairy letter. Okay. Okay. So, I mean, what was it in Paleo Hebrew, like this? Huh? Am I right? This is, it has the meaning of tooth, right? The Paleo form. You understand what I'm saying? Now listen, the modern Hebrew is like this. Okay, this is modern Hebrew. Looks like an E, doesn't it though? Okay, but this is the modern form. Okay, now the dot would occur to the right hand side, to the upper left hand portion of this letter if it's an S. If it's a sheen, they'll just leave it alone. They're not going to put the dot, the sheen dot. We call it the sheen dot, right? So they're not going to put that up there. So this can be an S or an SH, depending on the dot. Okay, which I can't put now.
Shin.
So if the dot is over here, okay, I know that's a little sloppy point. I'm not even looking at it. I have the finger right on it. If the dot is over the letter a sheen or a shin, I'm going to get into that in a second. If the dot is above the letter at this position, it's an S. If it's over here, okay, according to biblical Hebrew, because they're not going to have the dot in some cases over the modern sheen or shin, then it's an SH. Now, this letter, okay, was pronounced shin, not sheen, by one of the most popular Jewish people of all time, Leonard Nimoy, who we know as Mr. Spock. Okay, Captain Kirk, the Enterprise. He did not pronounce this letter, and he was a Hebrew. Okay, because he passed away recently. Okay, but he was a Hebrew. He did not pronounce this letter sheen. He pronounced it shin very clearly. If you see his interviews, he did not pronounce this as sheen. He pronounced it shin, not sheen. But there are different dialects of Hebrew. That's all. Yemenite, Sephardic. You know what I mean? So that's just the deal. But this idea that it's a sin to call sin, meaning the S, it's not a sin to call sin. It's not a sin to call shin. Oh, no, wait a minute. How do they put it? That it is a sin to call sin. Well, according to the different dialects, it's not a sin to call sin. It's a sin to say that seen should be sin, right? No. Let's just put it like this. It is a sin to say that the seen, that the sin should be pronounced seen. Okay. Oh, brother.
Tav.
Okay, so this is a T in Hebrew, and you find it in the word, okay, toda, which means thank you. Okay. Mashimcha, right? This is T, and so you say, oh, thank you. All right. I didn't say this, that this meaning the sheen is found in the word shalom. Okay? Shalom. So you can say to a Hebrew, shalom aleichem, and they have to say aleichem shalom. You can also say, okay, that means you can introduce yourself after that and say Shmi, meaning my name. Okay, my name is Shmi, Angelo, whatever your name is. You can say Shmi, like Schmidt, like that, but Shmi, whatever your name is, to a Hebrew, and you say, okay, my name is, and then just say your name. So just say Shmi, my name is, and just say your name. Okay, Shmi Angelo, Shalom Aleichem, Shmi Angelo. Or maybe Malach. So that's just the deal about that. Okay, so let's get back to this though. This is one of the T's in Hebrew. Okay. And that's it. And the modern, let me see, not modern, but on the paleo form, which I have over here, manual on the paleo form, it is a T-looking letter, but I want to see the angle. Okay, yeah, this is the angle of it. So let me see if I can get a blank space. Okay, let's just do this again because I want to look at it. Okay.
Sadi.
Okay, Sade. Okay, I don't know if I could do the paleo form of this though. Sade. Okay. Let's see if I could do that though. Okay, so let's see. Let's see if I could get away with this over here. Like this. More or less like that. Okay, that's like, you know, Sade. But that's paleo form, the ancient form. This is, you know, biblical Hebrew right here. Okay. That's biblical Hebrew. This is a biblical form of Sade, the TS.
Sadi.
Okay, so you can go like this, like I said before. All right, and then just like this, or like this. I like this better.
Kof.
Okay, Kof. So Kof is like this. Oops, she wants this side first though. And most naturally, because then you're gonna write like whatever you're gonna write that way, you know what I mean? So why make it this over here first and then go over there to that side, you know? Now let me look at the paleo Kof though. Let me see here. Okay, that's Sheen and Tau Kof. Oh, that's Kof. Oh, yeah, Kof right here. So let me see. Let me see. She gives me a blank space.
Kof.
So Kof, I'm gonna do the best I can. It's like this, and I can't write it traditionally, whatever that is. This is the paleo Kof. Okay, right there. That's the ancient form. But she wants, you know, she wants this. Okay. Just go below the Mendoza line.
Reish.
Okay, and that was a Q. It's sometimes transliterated into a K. We already have a K letter, the Kof. So I mean, you know. Okay, so this is the R. Okay, right here. This is the biblical Resh, if you will. And let me check out the. I have here a list of the letters. Okay, this is the. This is the paleo. Okay,
Reish.
right here. More or less like that. A little bit different, but like this. Let me see if I'm writing with my finger over here. It's like this. More or less like that. That's the ancient form of R. But, you know, that's just the deal. Let me show you the Greek R though. The Greek R, okay, is like this actually. Okay, right, that's the Greek R. It looks like a P. Okay, that's the Greek R. But this is English. No, just kidding. All right, so this is the Hebrew right here. Okay.
Shin.
Okay, so Sheen, found in the phrase like I said before, Shlomcha, Shlomech. Okay. Shalom. Okay.
Shin.
This is Sheen again right here. SH. Remember the dot to the dot above. They don't use it. You know, modern Hebrew, they don't need it, but the dot above the upper right hand side will point that it's an SH in the Bible anyway, because the Bible does have the Sheen dot and the Seen dot and, you know, all that stuff.
Tav.
Okay, so remember Todah? That means thank you. Tov Todah. Fine, thank you.
Tav.
Okay. Okay, let me look at some other letters, and you know, because I want to look at all the tests. So let me,
Shin.
can't get away without the test, okay? Sheen, okay. Let's check it out. Let's do this quick.
Tav.
Okay, Tav is right here.
Tzadi.
Sade is right here.
Shin.
Sheen is right there.
Kof.
Kof is right there.
Reish.
Resh is right there.
Tav.
Tav is right here. Okay, have to write it.
Reish.
Resh is that.
Kof.
Kof is that right there.
Tzadi.
Sade is like this.
Reish.
Resh is that.
Kof.
Kof is like that.
Reish.
And Resh is there.
Shin.
Sheen is there. I can do it fast, thank God.
Shin.
And Sheen is right there.
Tav.
Tav is right there.
Tzadi.
Sade is right there.
Tzadi.
Sade.
Tav.
Tav is right there.
Kof.
Kof is right here. Okay, now I just want to get into a yes word and a no word. I forgot to tell you. So let's look at the letters again. Okay, and we could pick them out. We don't have to. We're not married. No pun intended. Remember my fiance. We're not married to a lesson. We can choose what we want to choose. Now, let's look at the L. The L right over here in lesson 4. I can show you anyway. That L, okay, is the first letter in the word no in Hebrew. Lo. Lo means no. Now Ken. Now let me see. Ken would probably be or a Kaf. Let me see. Aleph, Bet, Gimel, Dalet, Hey, Waw, Zayin, Chet, Tet, Yo, Kaf. Okay, that would be right here. Lamed, Kaf, Lamed. That would be here. Has to be there. Yep. See, I was right. Okay, so practice.
Chet.
Let's go to the because I want to show you something. This is a chet. Now, it looks like the T, doesn't it, though?
Chet.
Now, check this out. The difference between the chet, okay, and the tet, the difference between the chet and the tav, or the tau, is this. This is really the only difference is this. This is the T. Take that away, take that foot away, and then you're going to make the CH. You see how delicate Hebrew is, okay?
Tet.
Okay. So I just want to get to that letter, okay?
Yod.
Okay, Yod. Yaled, remember the word Yaled, which means boy? Yalda, which means, girl or child.
Yod.
Okay.
Chaf Sofit.
Okay, Chaf Sofit. Okay, wait for a second. I want the Kaf, though, but I don't want the
Chaf Sofit.
Sofit, though. I don't want Sofit. I want this one coming up.
Chaf.
Okay, now this is the first letter in the word for. Like I said before, well, I didn't show you. I showed you the final. I show you the last letter of the word for grace, which is chen. But I wanted to show you this. This is the first letter in the word for yes in Hebrew. Okay, ken. Okay, ken. So that was important also, because no, yes. It's very important. And I think that's about it. I mean, there's several words that you can learn in Hebrew, let's look at maybe a couple of examples. Okay, the Aleph, okay,
Aleph.
is when that happens in the app, just get back. Because that's not going to write. You're not going to be able to write. You see? Something is wrong with the app. So that's just a little glitch that somebody who was a checker, you know what I mean? Did not correct that. So just go back and do it again, and hopefully go all the way back like that twice, and do Aleph again, and let's see if we get the whole letter. No, something is wrong there. Let's go all the way back like this. Okay, so let's see it here. Write it Hebrew. Get out of the app altogether. Okay. When you see a piece of a letter, you're not going to be able to write. So go to practice.
Aleph.
And there you go. You're going to have the whole letter then. So if you see a glitch like that, just don't even bother writing upon it. Okay. This is the construction in the word, okay, achat, which means one, or echad, more like biblical term. Okay, that means one. Okay. I just wanted to show you this. And then let's see here if I can go back to the last lesson.
Tzadi.
Okay, let me see. Just write this quickly. I wish I could go to the individual letters. I mean, you know.
Tzadi.
Okay, let me see real quick over
Kof.
here. Kof right there.
Kof.
Kof right there.
Reish.
Resh right there. Resh right there.
Shin.
Okay, this is the first letter in the word, okay, Sheva, which means 7. Or Shesh, which means 6. Okay. Also, this is the first letter in the word for 8. I believe it's Shmone. Shmone. I'm sorry, Shmone. That means 8. So this letter can cover those 3. What do you call it? Those 3 numbers. You know. And also Hamesh. This is found in Hamesh, which means 5. Okay. So Shalosh, this is also found in Shalosh, which means 3. Shaloshim means 30. You see, 30 pieces of silver, let's say, right? So this could cover those 5? I think I gave like 4 or 5 numbers out of the first 10 Hebrew numbers, you know. So Tesha, okay, means 9. And I believe either the Tau or the Tet covers that. I don't know which one. Forgot. But that covers that. Okay. Shtaim is 2 in Hebrew. Okay. So that's just some of the numbers there. It's important, especially Sheva. That's very important, because you see that number basically a plural form of the number, okay, in Daniel chapter 9. You know, the seven sets of 7. 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. Okay. 62 sevens. 7, 7. So that's an important number in Daniel. Anyway, telling you exactly when Messiah had to come. Okay, and according to a rabbi who lived 50 years before Christ's coming, he said the Messiah had to come, okay, within 50 years. Actually, it says that. It says that. And I believe I have the document around here someplace to see. Okay, before I go, and this is from a Hebrew who lived 50 years BC. So let me find that. Now, with this, I'll let you guys go. Okay, so let's see over here. I believe that's on page 39, I should say. Okay, so let's see. And this is written by John Ankerberg, and it's called the facts on Jesus the Messiah. Now, this was, of course, obviously, this was not a Christian, but actually, I just want to read this, and I read this in another tutorial. It says here, okay, since this text, okay, explicitly speaks of the Messiah, and it says over here, it would be difficult for any Jewish rabbi to deny it, meaning Daniel chapter, chapter 9, verses 25 and 26. It says over here, still, because this prophecy predicts the Messiah was to be cut off, and the Hebrew is cut off, right? Die. Some have denied that it referred to the Messiah. Now, check this out. But to their credit, says John Ankerberg, many rabbis, Jewish people, have boldly stated Okay, this passage predicts the specific time, meaning Daniel chapter 9, verses 25 and 26, or 22 through 27, of the specific time of the Messiah's appearance. Okay, so exactly that it cannot be escaped. Now check this out. For example, says John Ackerberg, Rabbi, okay, Rabbi Nehumias. That's spelled out Nehumias. Rabbi Nehumias, who lived about 50 years before Christ. So you're talking about a Jewish rabbi who lived 50 years before the coming of Jesus, meaning 50 BC, is cited, okay, is cited by Gratius, which is spelled out, okay, Grotius, as saying that the time fixed by Daniel for the appearing of the Messiah could not go beyond the next 50 years. You see? That's just all there is to it. So there is no other Messiah. Now, he came to suffer, just like Isaiah prophesied that he was going to suffer. He came at the exact time that Daniel predicted, okay, from the rebuilding of the temple in Jerusalem and the rebuilding of the city itself by Nehemiah, okay, the prophet. And so you count all the weeks that Daniel speaks from that period onward, and you are stuck to conclude that, okay, somebody in Jesus's time had to be the Messiah. And of course, it was Jesus. Now, that was the first coming. Now, the Jews want the Messiah, or expect the Messiah, according to the traditions, to flatten the enemies of Israel, and he will do that, but in his second coming. So, the first coming had to do with Bethlehem, okay, city of Judah, for out of you shall come, okay, a governor to rule my people Israel. You see, so Micah 5:2 tells you when he was gonna, where was he going to be born, and then Isaiah tells you what was he going to do, and Daniel says exactly when he was going to come. So you're cornered. The first coming definitely already happened, and Israel is waiting for the first coming of Messiah, but we're waiting for the second coming of Messiah because we know a lot more about the Bible than the people that just goes by their traditions know about the Bible. Remember that the Old Testament is in the Old concealed, the New Testament is in the New revealed. The Old Testament is in the Old contained, the New Testament is in the New explained. Remember that Daniel was told to shut the vision up. Okay, John was told to write the book of Revelation under inspiration. So he was taught to reveal by God revealing to him. He was used to reveal, to unveil the prophecy. Daniel was told to shut it up till the time. Okay, see how? And guess what? Most of the writers of the New Testament are Jewish people. So this is Angelo Quinones giving the glory to the God of Israel, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Thank you. Shalom Aleichem. Aleichem Shalom, right? Leitrot.